You cannot mesmerize me! I'm British!
At the Earth's Core is a 1976 science fiction adventure film directed by Kevin Connor, based on the novel by Edgar Rice Burroughs. The movie follows Dr. Abner Perry, played by the late great Peter Cushing, and his American financier David Ines, played by the badass Doug McClure. They construct a massive drilling machine in order to travel through the centre of the Earth to try and get to the other side. However, during a test run through the Welsh mountains, they lose control of the machine and break through a pocket deep under the Earth's crust. They discover a bizarre subterranean world inhabited by prehistoric creatures, which is ruled by the tyrannical Mahars. These prehistoric bird-like creatures are supposedly meant to be Rhamphorhynchus. Yeah, they totally nailed that look. But at least the movie makes note of this.
My goodness, how enormous! Why, the largest remains we ever discovered have never indicated a size much greater than that attained by an ordinary crow.
Teaming up with a fierce warrior named Dia, played by Caroline Munro, Perry and Ines embark on a dangerous quest to liberate the enslaved human population and find a way back to the surface. This movie is nuts, and I mean nuts. The dinosaurs and prehistoric animals could not look further from what they're meant to be, like this fire-breathing Coolosuchus which explodes when it dies. Damn, that's awesome. Or this pair of Megacerops which duke it out over a person one of them has just killed. Despite the unconvincing creature effects, the actual scope of the effects are awesome, with great miniatures and set designs, which makes At the Earth's Core look like an episode of the original Star Trek but on acid. There's so many great moments to highlight, so here's a couple of my favourites. There's a moment where this guy gets eaten by one of the Megacerops while he's still chained to the other enslaved people, and there's this sort of back and forth between them and the monster, and you've got the little dummy of the man wiggling his legs about in the monster's mouth. It's so funny. And during the climax, when the humans are being liberated, they use bow and arrows and litter the Mahars with arrows. One of them even falls down and explodes. Boom! What is it with animals and exploding in this movie? Anyway, if you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favour and seek it out. It's highly entertaining from beginning to end and will not disappoint, especially if you're like me and you're a massive fan of Kevin Connor movies which star Doug McClure.